Hey friends, Grandpa Grit here on the Grit and Grunt channel. It is Wednesday, December 18th, 2024, and my apologies, it has been months since I provided an update video, and I want to make sure I'm documenting what's been going on. But actually, over the last few months, there's been very few changes. I've kept up my normal Bowflex routines. I'm still doing lower body exercises one day, upper body the next, with a rest day in between, and then repeating that cycle over and over. I have increased my muscle mass, there's no doubt about it, and but I have been rock steady at 158 pounds over the last 6 months. If you recall, I initially started with the Bowflex back in April of 2023, and I was 173 pounds then. And today I am 158. In December of 23, I was as low as 151. And what happened was, as I started to grow the muscles, I started eating more protein, and the weight came back up from a low of 151. Came up 7 pounds now. So, and like I said, I've been rock steady. That happened over a matter of about 3 months or so, where my weight climbed right back up, and I've been right there ever since. So don't feel like the muscles are gaining much more right now. I'm doing fairly minimal Bowflex, where I just come in, I do my 3 sets, and I'm kind of at the max tension I can stand before I hurt my joints any, and just do it on a daily basis with the one rest day. Again, lower body, upper body, one rest day. So um, I am going to make some changes now, because the one thing I'm really disappointed in, everything feels great. I feel comfortable at this weight. But what I want to do is I want to really be able to see my abs, and I have not been able to get rid of that last layer of fat. I still feel, I call it a bit fluffy, and just not seeing the muscle definition that I want to see. So I've noticed also that I was expanding my window of eating, so I wasn't doing the intermittent fasting as strictly as I had been at the beginning. So I'm going to bear down and get that back into shape. I'm going to keep my eating window between the hours of 9 a.m. and 6 p.m. now, so I get a solid 15 hours of intermittent fasting. And I'm also trying a little bit longer fasting. I did a 22-hour fast this week, and that worked out well. So I'm going to try and throw that in at least bi-weekly, where I do a little bit longer fast and try to get to that 24-hour, and eventually maybe even get to a 36-hour fast to get the ketosis going and the fat burning going a little bit more. As you can see, I've added some equipment to the Bowflex that I had here. I had a basic float Bowflex starting out. I did find this lat tower for sale, um, and I had to drive a couple hours to get it, but it was worth it. The price was right, and it was in good shape. And I've been doing new exercises with this lat tower, this overhead contraption here. You can see the pulleys here for the cables. It's not, I don't have the cables in it right now because I didn't do any exercises with it recently here, because I'm going to do its lower body day. So this is something that I'll probably be doing some videos on, showing my new exercises over time here as I develop them. I'm still working on some of them, still trying to make them better. I'm learning a lot of things about some of the angles and such that I have to do to get maximum benefit from my muscles. So that's where we're at. Sorry I hadn't made a video in a few months, but I'm hoping to do more here, and again go through some of the new exercises I'm doing, and hoping that here in the near future, in particular, at least by spring, that I'm able to show you a six-pack here on the abs. That's what I'm shooting for. So I'm also I've been doing a very high protein and moderate fat diet with low carbs. And I continue to work on the diet. The diet is the hardest thing, I think, of all this. I think the exercise part is easy, but the diet really is difficult to manage, and just find the right kinds of foods that are going to fit for what I'm trying to tailor as far as that protein to fats to carb profile. So I will probably also have more videos on that. I've thrown out a couple shorts over time, just kind of showing you what I'm doing. but I'm also considering some other changes there. Just haven't solidified any of that. So when I do, I'll put out some videos on that as well. And also, as far as the Bowflex routine, I am going to start, like I said, I've just been doing the basics, 3 sets. And I think what I'm going to start doing with the Bowflex is increasing the number of sets I'm doing on a daily basis, because I am breaking it up into lower body and upper body days. I have more time available that way to do more sets, and possibly I'll do some drop sets where I'm really doing some endurance type exercise, doing a lot more reps in those sets, and just trying to burn as many calories as possible, again in an effort to get rid of that last layer of body fat. But overall, the body feels good, joints feel good, and the Bowflex has been a great thing for my aches and pains in general. A lot of the aches and pains that I had over time, I especially had aches and pains in the hips. I'd wake up in the middle of the night with hip pain, and that's all gone away. I also talked early on, if you look at some of my earlier videos, you'll hear me talking about the frozen shoulder I had. All that's gone. My shoulders are in great shape. The only thing is I did recently tweak this muscle right here a little bit, doing flies, so I've had to cut back on that just a bit, but that's healing up quickly now. What I do for that is I just go to a much lower tension, but I still go through the full range of motion when I do a slight tweak to a muscle. If I just pull it a little bit when I'm doing too much tension. So you got to be careful about overdoing it. So that's one of the things that I really fight is, I feel like every day I got to come in here and try to increase the tension, and sometimes that works to your disadvantages because you might just overdo it and tweak something, and that'll slow you down for a little bit. But in this case, that, like I said, I pulled that muscle just a little bit, but it's not to the point where it slowed me down. It just put me back to reducing the tension to a low enough tension where I can go through the full range of motion on that exercise. So that in a nutshell is the entire update. I really appreciate if you've been sticking with me all this time. I hope you've enjoyed the videos and seeing what I'm doing. Again, I'm going to go over the new exercises I'm doing with the lat tower, so that's coming. I'll be trying to do a lot more shorts. I would like to see the channel grow a little bit. I've got about 100 subscribers now, so thank you all for subscribing. And hey, thanks for joining me in all cases here. We're coming up into the holiday season, so there will be a couple days there where I'll definitely be taking some carbs in, enjoying the holiday fare. I hope you have a wonderful holiday season, and look forward to seeing you on my future videos. This is Grandpa Grit on the Grit and Grunt channel, and we'll see you on the next one.